Hello everybody, welcome back to another video here on the Wellham Gaming YouTube channel. Today we're back on Black Ops Cold War. We're looking at a different feature today though. We're looking at Dead Ops Arcade 3. Now, Dead Ops Arcade has sort of somewhat become a bit of a staple of the Black Ops series. It first appeared in Black Ops 1. You had to break out of the chair in the main menu, go to the computer and type in DOA or BOA, I can't remember which one it was, and then it would activate it, and then you could access it in the menu after that. And in Black Ops 3 it returns with Dead Ops Arcade 2, if that makes sense. So it's reappeared in every odd numbered release of the Black Ops franchise. So Dead Ops Arcade 1 was in Black Ops 1, Dead Ops Arcade 2 was in Black Ops 3, and technically this is the 5th Black Ops, so then Dead Ops Arcade 3 appeared in this one. Yeah, it's the same as it always has been, really, in terms of like the top-down view of the character, and you move the left analog stick to move, and the right one you just point in the direction that you want to fire, and it does it automatically. They still have the nuke and the dash with L1 and R1, or the bomb, it's either a nuke or a bomb, whatever you want to call it. And it still has the first person view that you can activate from the power up that spawns in at the beginning of some rounds, not all of them obviously, which I found actually can be a little bit disorientating, because I activated it without realising it, sort of ran through it when it was in all the coins and stuff, and obviously once you switch you go from holding the right stick to shoot to holding R2, and it just didn't like click in my head for a second, so it was a little bit disorientating when I first did it. But other than that, I think the power-ups that you can find on the floor are pretty similar. You know, you have the barrels that spin around you in sort of like a defense mechanism, and you also have the saws that are either side of you. They did add, I think they've added boxing gloves to this one, which I think are new, as well as you can still pick up sentry guns, and you can find the chicken and stuff around the map, which was in previous iterations of Dead Ops Arcade. As for weapons, you start with what I believe is the RPD, is the starting LMG you have, but you can also pick up the Spas 12 shotgun, you can pick up a buzzsaw gun, which, you know, I'm pretty sure that's new. As well as that, you can pick up a ray gun and a minigun. There might be more, but those are the ones I've found so far. And picking up multiple of the same weapon, so if I had the RPD and I picked up another RPD, it would pack-a-punch it, and I think you can do that twice. You can have up to 3 of the same weapon at once. As for bonus rounds, it's pretty much a staple of Dead Ops Arcade that every time you teleport to a new location you have to do a bonus round in between. This time they have added a place called the Wild, which I only went to once in this playthrough that I'm using as gameplay, and it said, you know, you've escaped for now when I finished it. I guess you have to return at some point, but I didn't get that far. But they're yeah, every time you teleport to a new location there's a bonus round. The first one I went to featured gladiators from Black Ops 4 to 9, as well as around the area you can see the flogger from Shinonuma and the spinning blade trap from 9, as well as in another bonus they had barrels on their head, and they had the electric traps that appeared in previous Dead Ops arcades. As for the gameplay in general, there's nothing too taxing about it. You know, it is, you know, an arcade game mode. There's nothing to it really. You just run around shooting zombies and occasionally have to do a bonus level. I did get, you know, I did only get so far, so it's not like I can particularly give you a full guide of how good this game is, or what each level is and what each level entails, because I only did get so far. But yeah, there's nothing too taxing about it. It's pretty simple stuff. It's kind of nice to have something like this in a game like Black Ops Cold War, because in campaign, the Cold War setting, it's all very intense, it's very gritty, and you know, not depressing necessarily, but it's quite heavy, some of the stuff that happens in the campaign, as well as the multiplayer is obviously the usual sort of thing you get from Call of Duty multiplayer, so it's all very serious. A lot of people do take that very seriously, and I feel like, generally speaking, they have added a more gritty and a more, not dark necessarily, edge to zombies, but this experience has become a lot more serious. It's not so much comedic effect in this iteration of zombies. You know, the characters aren't there, you don't have the jokes, whether you like the jokes or not, they're just not there in this one, so it is all a bit more serious. So it's nice to see that they haven't taken everything so seriously. I will include a little screenshot of the map of Dead Ops Arcade in here at some point, so you will be able to see just how many levels there are. Like I said, I did only make it so far. I think they called it the trail rather than the map in game, but it's basically the same thing. And yeah, it might be more fun to play with friends, you know, and it is just one of those things where if you feel like just 10 minutes or so of just playing something different, you just want one game of something that's a bit less taxing and a bit less serious, then yeah, it's a fine game mode. But compared to the rest of the stuff that features on the game, it isn't really a priority for me as a game mode that, you know, I feel like it has to be featured. It probably could have done without it, but I'm sure there are people around who do love Black Ops or Dead Ops Arcade and do really enjoy it. But I feel like there is the argument that could be made where could the resources have been put into something a bit more consuming, because it is essentially just an arcade shooter, so there's not really anything massively new about it. It is as good as the other ones. Maybe if I got a bit further there might be more features to be added, but I did only get as far as the 3rd or 4th area. I think I got to like round 11. So yeah, other than that, there's not really much else to say about Dead Ops Arcade 3. It's pretty basic. It's pretty much the same as what we've always had from Dead Ops Arcade. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to give it a like, give me a subscribe, a comment, share. You know, this video might have convinced you and your mates to give Dead Ops a game, so if you have, let me know in the comments and stuff, and see how if you enjoyed it, let me know. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. See you later.